Joseph Kohut was born in 1915 to a Catholic family living in Vienna, Austria. His father worked as a civil servant while his mother stayed home to raise him and his three older sisters. Joseph knew that he was gay from a young age, and when he told his mother, she responded with, "Remember, whatever happens, you are my son and you can always come to me with your problems." While studying at university in 1938, Joseph met the love of his life, named Fred. This is likely a pseudonym. Unfortunately, Fred's father, a member of the Nazi Party, discovered their relationship. Joseph was questioned about his relationship with Fred by the Gestapo and insisted it was platonic until the Nazi authorities produced an intercepted love letter. He was sentenced to 6 months hard labor under paragraph 175, a German penal code criminalizing homosexuality between men. He would not see his family again for the next 6 years. After his 6-month sentence, Joseph was transferred to the concentration camp system. The first camp that Joseph was sent to was Sachsenhausen. Here, he was housed in a block made up of other homosexual men marked with the pink triangle badge. These badges were noticeably larger than the other colors in the camp, making them easier to spot from afar. The men with the pink triangles were treated with cruelty by both guards and other prisoners. Joseph came to realize that in the hierarchy of camp prisoners, gay men were at the bottom, the damnedest of the damned. Eventually, Joseph's capo offered him protection in exchange for sex. Joseph agreed, thinking, "Why shouldn't I seize this opportunity to save my life, even if it was degrading?" This arrangement helped Joseph secure safer work and increased food rations. He eventually was transferred to Flossenburg on May 15, 1940, where he was assigned a new prisoner number, 1896. He again established an arrangement with a capo for greater food and greater security, thus finding a path toward survival. In 1943, homosexuals were required to visit the recently established camp brothels to cure their condition. Joseph found himself shattered by this experience, and his homosexual orientation was further reinforced. In spring 1945, Joseph escaped during a death march to Dachau and was eventually liberated. After the war, he learned that his father had attempted to free him several times, but unfortunately, society had ostracized the family for having a gay son, and Joseph's father had died by suicide in 1942. Joseph attempted to return to normalcy. He was plagued by frequent flashbacks. He found that he and other homosexuals imprisoned by the Nazis were not eligible for the financial compensation offered to other camp survivors. Joseph felt the burden of this continued stigma, saying that the progress of humanity had passed us homosexuals by. In the late 1960s, Joseph decided to work with Hans Neumann, an Austrian journalist who was also homosexual, to share his story with the world. Homosexuality was still taboo, so Joseph and Hans needed to protect their identities. When the book was published in 1972 as The Men with the Pink Triangle, the pseudonym Hans Hager was listed as the author. Inspired by the book's title and Kohut's courage to tell his journey, gay activists in West Germany reclaimed the pink triangle and, in 1972, transformed it from a badge of violence and shame into a rallying cry for gay rights, pride, and community across the world. Joseph passed away in 1994 at the age of 79. He was survived by his long-term partner, Wilhelm Kropfel. His story was instrumental in shaping our understanding of the experience of queer people during the Holocaust, and for that we thank him.